and welcome back to my channel, guys. My name is Pebbles Hall. Thank you for always coming back to watch me, and if you are new here, consider subscribing to my channel if my content interests you. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button and leave comments in the comment section, even if it's just a heart. Okay, thank you again. So today I ventured out into the streets. Oh my goodness, guys. Yes. I thought about it. I went back and forth with it. I struggled about it because I've done this before and similar things happened to me. And I said to myself, I am never ever going back again. And I went back, even though my family told me not to go, my friends told me not to go. I'm like, I'm going anyway. I'm tired of being in the house. I've been working 24 hours, 24/7, 7 days per week. I need a break. I need some me time. Let me go and mingle. And so I got dressed and put on my little cutesy clothes with my Jamaican flag, and I had my Bahamian and my Jamaican bracelet and my Bahamian hat. And why is it that I can't find a Bahamian flag nowhere in Brooklyn? I walked on the entire Flatbush a couple days ago. No one had the flag, but they have flags from every other Caribbean islands. I guess they don't consider the Bahamas a Caribbean island. They don't consider it a Caribbean island. Maybe that's why. I don't know. So anyway, I decided to go to the Caribbean Day Parade. And that parade always happens around this time. Oh, so it's so noisy. So I decided to get dressed and ventured out since it was already noisy. You know, I couldn't really focus on working. And I decided, okay, I'm just going to go outside and hang out and go and have some fun and have some Jamaican food and, you know, ackee and saltfish and, you know, whatever else with some oxtail gravy, rice and peas and rice, you know, whatever. Sometimes I get confused because some countries they call it peas and rice. And some countries, they call it rice and peas. I think Jamaica is rice and peas, and the Bahamas is peas and rice. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I can't remember. I've been in America so long, I can't remember. But you know, people always used to correct me and tell me, that's not what you say. You're supposed to say peas and rice, not rice and peas. Anyway, so I wanted some Jamaican food, and so I decided to go to the Parkway, to the Carnival, and I needed some coconut water and all that good stuff. And they have all that good stuff there. Plus, they have jewelry, they have little fancy, unique clothing. And in fact, guys, I bought this there. I got this necklace, and you know what surprised me? They had a lot of African vendors there selling these really cutesy, unique jewelry, and I bought them. Bought these there. I also got this one. Look how pretty it is. I love unique things. I love jewelry. I think you guys already noticed that I love jewelry. I love not just any type of jewelry. I love a statement pieces, and this is a conversational piece. This is a statement piece. And I bought this from an African lady, and of course she said she handmade it. I know it was a lie, but you know, I played along. I played along because she probably thought I was a tourist or something. And I purchased this for $25. So they were $25 each, and the earrings $10. Perhaps she overcharged me, who knows? Like I said, sometimes they treat me like I'm some sort of Mzungu, and you know how they like to overcharge the Mzungus. So that sometimes they treat me the same way. I have to drop some patois on them for them to understand that, hey, I know what you're doing here. I'm from right over there. I'm in Brooklyn, okay? I'm a Flatbush girl, straight up in here. Don't play with me. Yeah, but they're so unique and so cute, and I love them. And I got me some coconut water and whatever, and I was enjoying the parade, walking around, vlogging, using my GoPro, and then I saw people started running. And I'm like, oh my God, what happened? I'm trying to duck behind a tree like this because I figure if shots are coming, I need to have something to block it. Oh my gosh, and my heart felt as if it was coming out my chest. And then I saw the paramedics running because I was actually standing in a nice area. I walked out of the crowded area from earlier because I don't like big crowds. Because if you're trying to run and you're in a huge crowd, you're going to be trampled on. And even though sometimes I look like I'm a big person, like I look bigger than I am on camera. I want you to know that. I'm kind of tiny with skinny legs, and they'll run over me. And I'm only 5 feet 4 and something, So I'm not really a big strong person. So they'll trample over me. So I got out of the crowded area, walked to a more open area where the mature crowds were, because I don't like to be around a bunch of young people either. Sometimes they just don't know how to act. Some of them, they just don't know how to carry themselves when they're out. I just don't get it. So I went to the older folks section, or the older people are, and like my age and over. And decided to stand there, and it was right in front of where the paramedics were, had the van or whatever, and their table set up. So I felt sort of safe, and the cops were there and everything. But that's just where the shots went off, right there, like not very far from it, like right across the street. Something happened. Something happened. Something happened. Something happened. Gunshot. Gunshot. Something happened. Gunshot. Something happened. Oh my God. Let me go home. Let me go home. Let me go home. Let's go. Oh Lord. Yo, what happened? Got shot. Yeah. Oh my God, somebody got shot, yo. I gotta go home. Somebody got shot. Every year it's the same thing. Apparently, this person fired several rounds into the crowd, aiming at one person that he had beef with, or a group of people that he had beef with, and he shot 5 people. One was shot in the head. One, an older woman, I think she got hit in the arm. Someone else got hit in the torso. I am not sure if the guy that got shot in the head, if he died, or or what. I don't know. I didn't hang around to find out what happened. I just saw the cops and the paramedics running with this guy on this stretcher, and the ambulance coming to pick up other people, and the cops running everywhere. And I decided that I am going to run for my life, and I broke off running. I ran into the subway station to take cover, because who knows if it's a turf war, and they're going to continue to fire shots. So that was my eventful day, and a very interesting day. And like I said, people told me not to go, especially I went by myself, imagine. And every year I tell myself I'm not going to go outside, because I live very close to this thing, and I can literally hear the noise, and I'm like, I'm gonna go outside and get some food, because it's a really, really fun cultural thing to go to. But every single year, last year I did the same thing. I shut down my laptop, and I'm like, I'm going outside, I'm going over there. I took the S train over there, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to have fun. And the moment I got out of that subway station and walked upstairs, I saw people running, and I just turned around last year and walked right back into the subway station and head back home. And the same thing again this year. I wasn't even there 30 minutes. Thankfully, I had a chance to get my coconut water and shop around a little bit, and, look at people and say hello to the people on the streets and stuff like that. Luckily, I was there long enough, the 30 minutes, long enough to do all of that. And luckily, nothing happened to me. Okay, I am safe and I'm sound. But that was my day at the Caribbean Carnival. Now, what else do I want to talk about? I'll leave the clips here of the carnival and all the fun things, and show you guys what the carnival is all about. And if you're in New York and you want to visit, don't be afraid like me. I'm kind of a chicken when it comes to that. I'm not someone to hang out in a certain crowd, I'll be honest. I don't like to hang out in a younger crowd, and it was just a lot of young people. I think the older people, they go around 10 o'clock in the morning and they leave by midday, because after midday anything can happen. That's when the crazies comes out. So if you're gonna go early in the morning to get your food, get your Jamaican stuff, get your Caribbean stuff, your Trini stuff, your Guyanese stuff, your Vinci stuff, your St. Lucian stuff, whatever it is, they have it all there, except Bahamian stuff, guys. They didn't have any crab and rice and cup. So don't be afraid to go. It's really fun. Just probably go with someone and be vigilant, and I think you will be okay. Don't hang out around a bunch of younger people or a bunch of guys, because you never know when something is going to pop off. Okay, so that was my day, and then that's about it. I'll leave the clips here for you guys to see. But today I also want to talk about a video that I saw regarding Dee Mwango and her mother and her cousin, and people keep saying that's her aunt. I don't know how, some people in Kenya, they don't understand that if the person is your mother's cousin, then that person is your second cousin. How can it be your aunt? It's not your mother's sister. It's your mother cousin. So anyway, the video I saw was about her speaking badly to her mother and to her cousin. And I remember chiming in when I first saw this on JT's channel. And I said that I can completely relate to why Dee was upset. But I made that comment before I watched the video. So I want to apologize for making that comment, because I didn't really watch the video to the things like that could have been handled better. Okay, yes, I can understand that she needs her privacy and she's concerned that what happened to them before will happen again, where people came to their home and then after they leave, there's a falling out and the people started to talk about what happened in their homes. And that is wrong too. Even if you fall out with someone, you don't talk about the things that you see that happen in their home. You just don't. So in that sense, I kind of understand why she is skeptical of or weary of receiving guests in the house. But it is her parents' house. So she has no right to tell her mother who she can invite and who she cannot. And I remember my mother used to do the very same thing when I used to visit her when I was much younger and I used to visit her. My mother would do the very same thing, and it used to irk me. Like, not invite people to stay at the house, but say, for example, 5 o'clock in the morning, I am still asleep and there are people in the yard, like a lot of people in the yard. And I remember I used to get angry. Sometimes I used to cry to myself because I knew why those people were there, not because they came to see me or want to wish me well or whatever. They just came to beg, and that was it. So stuff like that used to make me angry, but I never yelled at my mother because we were taught to respect our parents. So even though it bothered me so much, I never yelled at her. I would never embarrass the people. I would wait for them to leave, and then I would be like, "Ma, how could you do that? Like, I was still sleeping. Why are you giving away the stuff I brought for you?" You know? Stuff like that. But these parents know why they do these things. For example, D is not always at home. She's rarely at home. And at this point, this mother, her mother, may take a liking to this girl because her daughter is no longer in Kenya. She's always on the road traveling. And this woman maybe just need a younger girl to be around her sometimes, and so she wants her in her life now. Maybe that's why the mom has invited her over to visit from time to time to keep her company. I don't know why. Okay, I don't know their family dynamics. Apparently D is not close to the rest of the family. Like, they're not close to any of their family. It's just very strange. I mean, I'm not close to all my family, but they just seem strange about it. Even her older sister, it took us a long time to realize that she had an older sister. Like, they really didn't want to acknowledge that they had this older sister. And it's not like they had a beef or anything. It's just that they're not like a family unit. With me, it's different. I have family beef, so I don't really care about some of them. But for D, those, it just seemed like they didn't grow up. They didn't grow up in like a close family unit. Like, as D would say, her mom would leave them and go to school all the time. So she wasn't even really raised by her mom. And it seemed like her dad is always in the bush somewhere. So he doesn't have time to raise them. He's busy trying to work all the time, or buy land and just continue to work. And this is why these kids grow up with no manners. No manners, because the way she spoke up to her mom was so disrespectful.
It appears that Dee has more respect for her older brother Marwa than she does for her mother.
Even her subscribers were telling her that this is beyond disrespectful. You shouldn't talk to your mom like that. Even if you have an issue with someone, you don't embarrass them on camera. You know, you're embarrassing your mom on camera. You're embarrassing the cousin on camera without care. Couldn't you take that off camera? Why would you want your 450 subscribers, 450,000? Why would you want your 450,000 subscribers to see this? It was beyond embarrassing. And then she went on this girl channel. Apparently she finally gave the girl an interview because, you know, honestly, I believe the girl is probably there because of YouTube. You know, that's my thoughts. Don't come for me, guys. I just think the girl is also there because of YouTube and not just because, oh, this is my family, I'm going to see them. If they probably didn't have YouTube and have all this stuff going, maybe this girl wouldn't even check for them, wouldn't even care to go and visit them. If they were still in the mud house, maybe this girl wouldn't care to say, hey, this is my family as well. Who knows? Because I have family like that who didn't know me when I had absolutely nothing. But after I got a lot, then suddenly they're like, oh, this is my cousin. This is my so-and-so. Oh, when they're introducing me, oh, this is my cousin. I'm like, girl, I don't know you like that. That kind of thing. So maybe this is how this other side of the family is. who knows? Then they spoke about the grandmother and bringing the grandmother there. And I'm like, why don't you go visit your grandmother? Why do you need to bring her to the house? Maybe she's more comfortable in her house, or perhaps she doesn't want us to see where her grandmother is living. Let me be nice. Let me be nice. Have nothing, have no food, have nothing, suffering like her grandfather was, and they really didn't help the grandfather. Like I said, that family dynamics is very, very weird. But we all have our family issues, so I won't dig deep into that. But yes, I just had to come on here and say I agree with everyone that said that she was very disrespectful. Indeed, if you're listening to this, you were very disrespectful. And at times I say that I can understand some of the reasons why you are, you don't want to mingle with family, you don't want to be around YouTubers or whatever. But you also have to remember that if it wasn't for your brother, you wouldn't be where you are today. You wouldn't have a YouTube channel. If it wasn't for all those other people that you push the camera in their faces, okay, for your subscribers to see, to give them entertainment, you would not be who you are today. So getting this big head, you're getting big headed, okay? You're becoming too much of yourself, full of yourself, like you have arrived, and you haven't arrived anywhere, darling. So please be mindful of how you speak to people, because today we can all be at the top and tomorrow we can drop. We can fall to the bottom, and those same people that we're looking down on will be the ones we're asking to pick us up. So sometimes we have to be mindful of that. We just have to be a little kinder. Yes, we need our privacy. Yes, we don't want our personal space to be invaded, but there's a way to go about everything. And that's just learn how to speak to people, be a little kinder, be a little nicer to people. Think before you speak. And sometimes that is something I have to learn to do as well, because I jumped the gun and went in on JT and be like, oh, I can relate to what she is saying. I would have probably do the same thing. No, I would not have spoken to my cousin like that. I would not have said anything to my cousin. I would go to my parents and then have a conversation with my parents. And if I am uncomfortable with the person, I have two choices. I can ask my parents to kindly ask them to leave, or I can pack my bags and leave because I am grown. And perhaps this is what Dee needs to do. Just find your own place. At 30 years old, you should be in your own place by now. I was out of my family house from I was 18 years old. On my own. If you're a woman, yeah, get out and go somewhere where you have control over that household. But as long as you're in your parents' household, it is their roof and you have to abide by their rules. But I blame your mother because that's just how she raised you. And then let's move on to your hairstyle, Dee. You said you paid $400 in Kenya for your hairstyle. I am so surprised. I thought you said Kenya was cheap. Maybe they ripped you off because you went in there pretending as if you were rich. Listen, when I went on Eastern Parkway and that woman was trying to sell me these for $30 each, I politely told her where I'm from. I'm over there in the hood. Don't play with me. Don't play with me like that. No play with me, sir. Me and a tourist. No mind that look like mango skin something here. So you better not give me them tourist price there. And I knew she was trying to rip me off because down the block, there were a few people selling the very same necklaces. And I asked several different people. That's how I shop. I asked several different people the prices. And then she was the highest. And I didn't want to turn back and go to the other people. So I just had to tell her, no, you're probably overcharging me. So give me the right price. Give me the Brooklyn price. Don't give me the Manhattan price, honey. We ain't in Manhattan. So perhaps that's what you should have done. Because, honey, they ripped you off. Okay? First of all, they only braid half of your head. Well, 3/4 of your head because is missing. 1/4 of your hair is missing. All your edges is just gone. So it's not like he braided a full head. He braided 3/4 of your head. Or lock 3/4 of your head. I'm not laughing because, listen, I have hair issues too, so I'm not gonna laugh. I have edges, but geez, the middle of my head is suffering, okay? I'm just saying. So they rip you off, child. Stop wasting money. Someone said she was lying. I don't know. I don't know. I can't confirm if she was lying or not. I would have to call that salon and ask the price to see if she was actually lying. But if she got the hair and it's human hair and they had to color it and then they had to install it, there is a possibility that it probably would cost that much, you know, if I think about it. We still think it's a lot for Kenya. So I don't know. Anyway, guys, that is all I have to talk about. And oh yeah, so I did mention that she went on the girls channel and she just rant and rant, and I don't know, that girl doesn't have any pride or what is it that this girl want from them? Because if shame was a person, she should be it, because that was embarrassing what happened to her. And she still went on to do an interview with the girl, and this girl, I mean, she just sat there and Dee just talk through this entire sit down with her cousin, and the cousin didn't even have a chance to ask Dee any questions. It was pathetic. Like, this cousin is pathetic. Girl, go home. What is wrong with you? You deserve better. Look at you. You're pretty. Even Dee told you you're pretty, even though everything light skin to them is pretty. And this girl looked like them, to be honest. She has the bone structure, and I like it. I like that bone structure that they have. It's very unique. Very unique. Yeah, this girl just, maybe it's the YouTube. See, this is why Dee got upset, because she knows this girl is there for YouTube. And do you see why Dee ducked Brenda? Dee ducked Brenda, and Marwa and Rosia treated Brenda like crap. Didn't invite her inside. Had her outside eating. She wasn't invited at a table to sit at a table and eat. She ate outside under a tree next to the wood fire. And Dee ducked her. And these were the people she was fighting for. So all these Marwa soldiers out there fighting, thinking, oh, he's going to invite us to Bila Medellin. You guys will never get invited. And if you go there, he will treat you like crap unless you bring them some sort of big gifts. And then they will feel sorry for you or feel obligated because you're buying your way into the villa. So it's the only way you will enter inside. So keep on defending them. Keep on coming for us for them, because they don't care about you. Ask Brenda, she will tell you. Nasto gave Brenda the best treatment ever. Welcomed her in his home, showed her around, you know, treated her like how she should be treated, as a guest at someone's house. But Marwa and Madam Parasite, they treated Brenda like crap. And Dee just duck her. Dee was like, I don't want to meet any YouTuber. I don't want to meet any YouTubers. No, I am too bigger to meet YouTubers. I'm too special. Look at me. Look at me. You know what I mean? 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 Yeah? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I don't want to meet any YouTubers. Once they're YouTubers, I don't want to meet them, because, you know, they're always after something. And I'm not helping any YouTubers to grow their channel, because I grow my channel on my own. No one helped me to grow my channel. I grow it on my own. I don't want to meet any YouTubers. No. YouTubers. So she avoided Brenda like Brenda was the plague. Of course, she's going to say, I was out of town. If your foot soldier is coming in town, make yourself available to meet them. Someone who was fighting for you. Someone who, if she probably saw me on the street, that girl would have done me something physically for Dee, for calling Dee's name. But I'm glad Brenda woke up and smelled the coffee. I'm glad that Brenda saw through all of them and stopped reacting, stopped defending them. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. That's all I have to say for tonight. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Have a good night. Bye.